The level of challenge involved with building a fighting robot means that there is no perfect design.
Robot fighting teams competing for the ultimate prize.
This year there'll be a lot of things that people are going to expect.
Battling in the biggest, toughest robot fighting arena in the world. Each week only the strongest will survive.
Last week, all robots, great and small, smashed away around our arena. But it was the power of Shockwave and the huge axe of Thor that made it through the heat. The two titans clashed, but Thor didn't last, and Shockwave powered through to the grand final. Who will join them this week, fighting to become the Robot Wars champion?
This is the Robot Wars. And this is the arena where the robots come to fight. As you can see, it's filled with hazards, spikes, the flipper, the pit, and fire. And as if taking on each other wasn't hard enough, the teams is also contend with giant mechanized angler-on wheels designed to pulverize anything that gets in their way. Or as we call them here, the house robots.
Behind me is the weapons testing area, the last stop for our teams before they take the short but lonely walk to the arena. It's the only place where the teams are able to test their robots due to the sheer power of the weapons. Here in the pits, the teams are busy checking and repairing their robots ready for battle.
Here's a quick heads up on how the show works. We start with two huge group battles. It's a 50-50 shot if you escape even from there. Then the top two robots from each one progress to the head-to-heads. And finally, the two robots that score the most points in the head-to-heads fight in tonight's final. The first group battle will feature Dan Tomkia, Overdozer, King Bee Remix, and Glitterbomb.
Okay, I have to say, this I'm very excited about. I love a bit of neon. Hello, Team Glitterbomb.
Hello.
How are you doing? Are you the dad?
Good, yes I am, yeah.
Are you the boss?
Yes, I am.
Good woman. Now tell me about Glitterbomb. How long has it taken to build?
Quite a long time.
How long are we talking?
4 weeks, but mostly the last week.
Oh, It's been a bit of a crammer.
72 hours straight.
Who chose the colour scheme? Because it's quite unique. It definitely stands out in here.
I chose the colour scheme and I also chose the design.
And what's your name?
April.
April. And did you choose the costumes as well?
I chose the logo, but I didn't choose the black.
Tell us about the design.
It's a pink robot that's all glittery with a belt around its waist.
Right.
And the axe is really spiky so it can dig into robots.
Brilliant. And who drives it?
My dad.
Okay. Did you have a few goes at this weapon before it was complete?
We haven't tested the weapon yet. We tested the old version of the weapon.
Right.
But since we've put the new parts in, it's not been tested.
Okay.
But April's controlling the weapon in the arena. So if it goes horribly wrong, it's not my fault.
Although he'll have his finger on my thumb, so he's controlling my thumb.
This is Overdozer, and the team from Overdozer. Can I start with what is the obvious question? It seems uniquely to be made out of wood.
Yeah, we went with an MDF armor because it's cheap and really easy to cut because we did not have a lot of time to make this robot.
Really? So, how this has been, you put this together? This is your first attempt as well?
Rushed, yeah.
And when you arrived in here and you looked around and you didn't see any other wooden robots, was there any part of you that this might be a bad idea?
We kind of had a sort of thought that it might be quite a bad idea right from the beginning, but it probably will stand up to a lot more punishment than people will give it credit for.
And also one huge change, it's not like an electric engine like most of the ones are here. It's what kind of engine?
Yeah, we have a petrol engine under here to power our active weapon at the back.
What's your active weapon?
It's just a spinning blade.
It's like an outboard motor essentially at the back.
Yeah.
You made a boat.
It probably wouldn't float, but yeah.
How high do you rate your chances with your petrol engine, which could burn down your wooden boat, which has an outboard engine?
Oh.
I'll take that pause. I'll take that pause and run with it. Overdozer, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
I want your cabinet to win. That's what I want.
So King Bee Remix, quite a smart robot in every way.
Yes, he is very much. He understands Japanese, actually only Japanese, so I am a commander.
You are the commander, and holding a drill, you look slightly terrifying. Amazing. Talk to me about the weapon.
Well, our main weapon is actually to be just fast and powerful. We have got these spikes, you see.
Right.
We can get under them and just lift them and take them all around the arena.
You're going to dance around.
Absolutely. That's
Muhammad
our
Ali
main
style.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see you waltz around that arena. Brilliant, guys. Thank you. Best of luck.
Now, Damtonkia, which is a robot with some heritage as well, isn't it?
The original owner, Mike, he named it after his 3 children, Daniel, Thomas and Kira. And he stopped playing the hobby, and then we took over it, and they seem to resurrect it.
And it's an interesting piece of work because the robot itself is a weapon.
It can be a very powerful weapon. The whole thing can spin round and be very deadly full-body spinner if we needed to as well.
You also got a flipper there as well.
We're laying on the high-pressure flipper to flip robots over, out, in the pit, and turn them over.
By the way, I'm impressed by the way you've made it look very sciencey. That's very, very good. With these completely fake readouts, rolling on a loop. Are you going to get through this round?
Confident.
We're
confident.
Can I give you a hint?
Yeah.
You go after the wooden robot. That's too Where's the smoke coming from, by the way? A bad thing hasn't happened.
No, not yet.
Fine. Good. Okay.
Time then to put their robots in the firing line. Loaded onto their trolleys, the teams must get up to the arena, arm the weapons and prepare to fight. Our man with the ringside view of the robots is, as ever, Jonathan Pierce.
Thanks, Dara and Angela. The team's almost ready, and our esteemed judges in position, Professor Setu Vijayakumar, Dr. Lucy Rogers, and Professor Noel Sharkey. If there's no clear winner in each 3-minute battle, they'll appoint a winner, judged on damage, control, and aggression.
Scotland, Overdozer.
This team of friends with a mutual love of engineering chose their robot's wooden armour for its flame-retardant properties. Okay then, will they get a chance to use their outboard motor-driven blade before being reduced to sawdust? Remains to be seen.
From Wolverhampton, Damtonkia.
This team of friends have the moves like Brucey and the flipper bot made of tank-grade armour steel, one of the quickest robots in the competition. Amy Birch's role is team counsellor, rehabilitating the rest of the team after harrowing robot battles.
From Wrexham, North Wales,
This family team claim the robot can right itself from any position with its powerful pneumatic axe. According to April's dad, James, Glitter Bomb was initially going to be black, silver and cool looking. April, however, insisted it be pink and glittering.
From Portsmouth, King Bee Remix.
This Flipper-Rama robot has green credentials made of 30% recycled parts. Team Captain Simon prepares for battle at home by pushing a wheelbarrow around at high speed. Simon, the arena is no rose garden. In all the matches this evening, the competitors will be joined by one of the house robots. For this group battle, it's the femme fatale of Robot Wars, Matilda, with her fetching pink rear flywheel. She'll be guarding her corner patrol zone, and if competitors cross the line, they'll face the wrath of this metallic mistress. So, here we go.
Roboteers, stand by.
Wouldn't it be nice if Overdozer survived? Get it? I think they will soon. They're straight into the melee though. Glitter Bomb being pushed away and attacked by King Bee Remix on Overdozer and has left the boarded armaments of Overdozer ruptured. pieces, splinters, I dare say, flying off. Well, they didn't last long, did they, Overdoser? We didn't think they would, but we thought they'd be better than that. They were rubbish, and they will be consigned to the rubbish pit, I should think. Dan Tom Kia chasing down on Glitter Bomb. Has that powerful axe, Glitter Bomb? Got a good blow from that axe in early on. April went through 6 different axes before she was happy. All the power in that machine is in the axe. They have very little maneuverability.
Why is it not working, Danny?
More damage on Boron. Oh, Overdoser! Look at the flipping power out there in the arena. Sensational. Dan Tom Kia in underneath Overdoser and lifting 86 kilos as if it were a leaf. Now, King B Remix here have been clever. They've stayed out of trouble last week. They know those tyres are exposed.
Daddy.
I don't think Glitter Bomb and little April can get out of that trouble now. I think they've been immobilised. Dan Tom Kia, very impressive. The quickest robot out there, very manoeuvrable, can use the spikes and the flipper to cause real mayhem, and they have done. Overdoser, you were rubbish, guys.
Our next robot out is MDF.
To come into the arena with a wooden robot, there are splinters out there. Oh dear. Try and bend that one. I don't think so.
Wow, that's it.
I think we know the winners, but let's just have a look at all the action again. And Overdoser almost went right from the start. You'll see it here, coming forward confidently, but King B Remix caused the early damage there. That immobilised Overdoser. They were out. Glitterbomb got in a couple of blows with the axe, but I think that was it. And they couldn't really function properly since then. King B Remix very clever throughout, and Dan Tom Kia destructive. Overdoser, so much hope, so little left.
Dan Tom Kia, congratulations, very good. I thought that actually was quite an awesome performance by you guys. Were you happy with that?
It was all right. It was good.
It was all right. That sounds like a man who thinks there's more in the can there.
We're getting used to it. There's more to come.
What is yours built with?
Treated military style steel.
Treated military style steel. Let's bear that in mind as I turn to our other team. We've learned an important lesson today, haven't we? About the value of MDF as shelving, but not. Do you know how long you lasted?
Not 30 seconds.
Our drive system went out.
23 seconds you lasted out there. They might as well have built it out of biscuit. That's how effective wood was. You were like the first little piggy of this particular story, right? That they huffed and puffed and they blew your house down. Yeah, lovely to have you here, lads. And that's a pleasure, Overdoser, a delight.
Glitter Bomb, the crowd were behind you all the way, and it looked like it was going well, but it didn't quite pan out the way you had planned.
No, something went wrong. I think we've got a gas leak. It's a bit of a shame.
Was it Dad's driving, April?
No.
No. Good. Stand by your dad. That's the spirit. Well done. Guys, I feel like tactically you kind of sat at the periphery. Okay. I hope we see a little bit more action in the head-to-head from you guys.
Oh, we will.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good luck.
Robot wars can be brutal for the steeliest of competitors. So there can be little sympathy for the students from Falkirk who opted to build theirs from wood.
I don't think catastrophic begins to cut it at this point.
Built a robot in 5 days and we made it work.
We really need to step it up for next time if we want to last longer than 23 seconds.
Watching Overdoser being smashed to smithereens was really quite sad in many ways, the hours that must have gone into it. But it just goes to show choosing your materials. MDF, great to work with, easy to work with, but if you're fighting against military grade robots or military grade materials, you've really got to choose what you're making its stuff out of really well. Glitter Bomb, sadly it looked like it had a problem with its hammer, didn't come back up.
We had a tiny leak while we were arming up, and by the time the fight started, our regulator had frozen. So we got the 2 hits that were in the buffer tank, and then that's it. We had no more gas. So it wouldn't self-right, it wouldn't throw the axe over. One little tiny leak scuppered us.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna smash, bash and crash.
It's time to get on with the second group fixture. Battling it out will be Big Nipper, TR2, RT and Supernova. Supernova! Is everything going to plan?
No, not quite. So yesterday the electronics, the brains of the robot went kaput. So we spent the whole of today rewiring, and it's been a nightmare. But
So from scratch?
Pretty much rewired the whole robot. So first time test is going to be in the arena in about 5 minutes.
You're basically flying blind in there.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, you don't seem too bothered.
I am. I just hide it well.
Okay, let's have a talk to TR2. Now, let's get you in shot here, lads. What age are you, young man?
I'm 15.
15 years old, so this is your mum and dad here as well?
Yep.
Okay, so they've drawn you into the family trade. And it's very much more of a family trade, isn't it? Like, who's your great 4 times removed great uncle?
George Stevenson.
George Stevenson, the father of the railways.
Yep.
Would he be proud if he looked down now to see that this is a family here creating destructive robots? Is this the legacy that Stevenson wanted?
All a bodge.
Really?
All a bodge.
Okay, fine. What will this do?
Well, on the front end we've got a full pressure flipper, and on the back we've got a deadly axe that will hope to do some damage.
A deadly axe. That's a triangle of metal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Panic stations at Orte. Somebody's been sent to run to get a receiver. What's happened?
The antenna has fallen off our receiver here. It means it won't receive our signals.
So it'll be just
A
sitting
lump
pretty.
of metal.
Nightmare. Will you be able to fix it? How long will it take?
About 5 minutes.
Well,
reckon?
there's a confident
Maybe less.
response. Not quite panic station.
One team of great hopes is Big Nipper. Hello, Big Nipper. How are you? You doing well?
Yeah, we're doing well.
Fantastic. You know, this is an interesting one because you have not just one but 2 weapons, am I right?
Yeah, we've got interchangeable weapons depending on who we're fighting.
So which one is the most destructive one?
This weapon that's on the robot now, it's a vertical spinning weapon. It spins at about 4,200 RPM.
We've cranked it up for 10 seconds. That's as much as we dare crank it up for. It's that dangerous.
You know, what happens at 11 seconds?
It could destroy itself, yeah.
Are you going to win this?
Of course we're going to win it.
Lovely
It's
stuff.
the toughest robot here.
Oh, but even to itself. That's how tough it is. So it's off to war for our teams as they head up to the arena. Taking us through every destructive detail to their treasured robots is, of course, Jonathan Pierce.
Thanks, Dara. It'll be interesting to see who can keep the gremlins at bay then during the chaos of this second group battle. A family team of engineers are responsible for this 8-wheeled machine. Its interchangeable weapons are a very high-pressure crushing jaw or a vertical spinner. The team are very confident they've rated their chances of winning as 11 out of 10.
From Gateshead, Team R2.
It's a family affair with mum and dad putting full confidence in 15-year-old Alex's driving skills. Of course, he's also got a weapon capable of flipping a small car at his disposal. The team are worried about the quality of Dad Pride's welding. Let's hope they hold it together.
From Brighton, Auto.
A team of teachers and students have a double skin steel and titanium armour. The team described their machine as a nightmare in metal and as having no weaknesses. Captain Ian's been behind lots of robot building projects, including a robot that eats crisps.
From Warrington, Surrey, Supernova.
This bot boasts a mighty spinning disc which rotates at 2,500 RPM. Captain Suren, who works in the gas and oil industry, and his team promise that Supernova will be a crowd pleaser, but its disc is so powerful it can easily damage itself if used incorrectly. Overseeing this fight from the corner patrol zone for this group battle, Sir Killalot, at 750 kilos, what he lacks in speed, he makes up for in damage.
Roboteers, stand by.
Supernova Supernova all getting a slam on the right-hand side, untested. This is like taking a driving test at the Monaco Grand Prix. And they're being nudged towards Orte. Have they repaired their aerial problems? They're stuck on the arena side wall straight away. Slammed in there by Big Nipper. We know all about Big Nipper's weaponry. They have the ability to pick up an opponent weighing 300 kilos and carried around the arena floor. Supernova back in the action and slamming in on Big Nipper. Well done, Supernova. And if they can get that full spinning potential up, it's much faster than most other robots of its type. TR2 with a little bit of a push and a shove in there on Supernova. Meanwhile, Big Nipper stayed out of trouble and comes in behind TR2. The flipper with the axe at the back. The team from Gateshead on Tyneside. Oh, head to head there. The power of Supernova and Big Nipper. Orte long gone, by the way, and literally out of the picture. And TR2 there and Big Nipper teaming up on Supernova very nearly the pit. Oh, and Big Nipper nearly went down as well. Well, how difficult is it to control these machines, I wonder? Very difficult if you've got a gyroscopic effect created by a 2,500 RPM spinning disc there for Suren in charge of Supernova. Maybe powerful. He couldn't control it, and they couldn't control Big Nipper, it would seem. TR2 now closing in on Supernova, and they finally got it. They couldn't stay out, and Supernova disappear into the big black hole. Oh, what a shame, they've done so well. Terrific contest this. We wondered about Orte's control because of the aerial, and Supernova largely untested, and Big Nipper doing the damage there. You can see, I think, the link coming out. Meanwhile, goodness me, how close that was for Big Nipper. But Supernova didn't take the hint, and although they came in and may have caused some damage to TR2, they got the flipper underneath, they carried them, and that's when Supernova went down and out. Thank you very much. TR2 survived with Big Nipper.
That was fantastic. You look really powerful out there.
Yeah, well, we had a bit of a problem from the start. We didn't have the flipper and the axe working. We had no pneumatics, so
you just drove them, smashed them, and that was all it took?
Yep.
And how good are you going to be when it goes head-to-head?
Who knows, hopefully better.
That's fantastic. And you winners as well. Yeah. This is a brilliant, what a happy room this is for once. Yeah. But could have gone terribly wrong.
Oh yeah, we nearly went to the pit. Too near.
There was a point that you skimmed the very edge of it. Yes. How did you manage to stay out?
Because we've got four wheels, the only one went in the pit, so the other three drove us off just.
Well, listen, well done to both you. Two winning teams. This is the winner's room.
Supernova, it looked like you were managing to keep it on track. I mean, nearly got chucked in the pit, on your sides, everything was looking good.
It was looking good. It felt like TR2 were really gunning for us, but, just didn't see that pit. And they just pushed us into it.
Why do you think they were gunning for you?
Because it's such a destructive weapon, so, I guess a good hit could disable them.
So do you think they were going for you before you got a chance to get them?
So before this fight, we hadn't tested the drive or the weapon, and the fact is the boat's still working right now. It's just we got the pit. So.
I'm sorry, hard luck. Now, Orte, you hardly got out of the blocks. What happened? One fatal blow, it seemed.
Something fell off. We think the link fell out. The safety link that all robots have to have. We think it fell out.
How did you feel at the steering wheel?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You gave it your best shot, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Good man.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Supernova started off very well, had a massive attack taking out Orte, but then in trying to run away from Sir Killalot, it fell into the pit. He must have hit someone really hard and it sheared the bolts, and this blade basically was embedded into the arena wall. So we actually sheared 10 bolts off. It was amazing. It was an amazing fight.
We performed quite well. We were a bit unlucky, but it was good fun and we'll definitely be back.
After another merciless group battle, Big Nipper and TR2 are through to the head-to-heads, but victory has come at a price.
This should be straight. It's come out all over there.
It's come out of the where it slots in. The disc isn't working, so it might have just pulled some wires out because it's come out supernova. Well, I think we ran into him and it did that.
Father and son team TR2 know they have work to do.
For some reason I haven't got the flipper working, so that's what we're going to do now, is find out what that failed and hopefully have it work for the next fight.
These two valves here are what fire the weapon. The gas comes through, stops there until we fire those two, which then fires the ram in the piston. Luck was on our side that time. Next time, it might not be.
With the group rounds complete, the 4 qualifying robots, Big Nipper, Dantom Kia, King Bee Remix and TR2 will now fight each other in one-on-one battles. Our first head-to-head is between King Bee Remix and Dantom Kia. King Bee Remix, is the commander feeling confident?
Yes, I think we are more confident after the first battle.
Why do you feel more confident? Because you did nothing in the group battle, so you're unscathed.
Well, he was too gentle and I talked to him, so...
Gave me a little pep talk. Yeah. What'd you say to him?
Yale!
Yale! What does that mean?
Yale, that means kill him. Sort of.
On that note...
Now, Dan Tomke, you came through that group battle, I wouldn't say unscathed. You have a rather large puncture hole, and also it's been signed, and first of many, by King Bee Remix. Who you are fighting in the next battle? Are you going to stand for that?
No, they creeped in to sign it, and they're going out in the arena for it now.
Amy, you're very much the counsellor for the team. How would you describe their emotional state at the moment?
They've had a few moments with getting the robot fixed and sort of ready for battle, but they're pretty cool.
You're saying they were down. You're saying they're brittle emotionally, and it wouldn't take much for them to break again. Is that what you're saying?
No, we're done here. We're strong.
What you're saying. That's what I'm taking.
No, we're strong.
Look, even the thing itself is exhaling.
It's ready. It's roaring, ready to go.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Listen, the best look, Dan Tomke. Dan Tomke arrived with smoke effects and digital displays, but they'll need to prove themselves as fighters in the arena.
My name's Shane. I'm from Mablethorpe. I'm team captain and driver. We're from all walks of life. I'm an arcade manager. Kev and Amy, they're bar managers. Stu, he's a managing consultant. Our robot is Dantomkia. We're not from a technical background, but robot building itself, what it's taught us is to weld, it's taught us electrics, it's taught us gearbox ratios, pneumatics, it's taught us a lot, and we make a good team now, so all good. Dantomkia has 2 key features. Its tail keeps the robot pointing to the ground, and its flipper, lots of flips. The thing I love about robot fighting is watch the other people lose. The faces is great. You're not going to beat us. Just go and play with your little robot and dream on.
Heading into the all-important head-to-heads, King Bee Remix weren't really tested in the group stage, so this could be a rude awakening for the Portsmouth team.
I'm Simon. I'm the team captain and designer and builder for King Bee Remix team from Portsmouth. My day job is actually a power electronics engineer, so big electrical systems is my thing. Martin's also a technical guy. Grant is also into technical sales, and Natsko, well, who knows what Natsko gets up to. I've taken my experience from work, which is power electronics. We build this whole robot on the fact that we can pump a lot of power into the motors, into the system, and keep it under control. Sometimes though, we have been known to overclock it a bit and we set fire to motors. That's our only problem really. We are all about attack, but if Natsko was driving, we wouldn't stop. But to take it all the way to the end, if the robot gods are smiling, it'd be amazing.
So here it is, Dantom Kia versus King Bee Remix, Faster Flipper versus Powerful Pusher. In the arena with our competitors for this fight, Matilda and Dead Metal.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2,
And Tom Kia, quick off the mark, can get up to 22 miles an hour. Good driving by King B Remix. And they come in on the attack with those front spikes. And Dan Tom Kia forgot about the floor spikes. Now he loves to watch the others lose, says Shane Swan, the captain, the driver. Will his team be the winning team? Or will he have to take a long look at himself? Well, he's in underneath. King B Remix there! And they're wedged in there! Well, one mistake by King B Remix. They open themselves up to the flip, and they're not going to get out from there. Well, that is brilliant driving by Dan Tom Kia. And now, of course, King B Remix can be flipped out by Matilda. Good start, I felt, by King B Remix, confident. Dan Tom Kia with the initial mistake, but once they'd recovered from that, they got in underneath King B Remix, and from then on, one outcome likely. That was brutal, and this, of course, was the coup de grace from Matilda.
Great performance by Dan Tom Kia, showed perfect control, precision, great aggression, and the way it flipped it in behind the tyre, you couldn't have done better.
Rushing their robot back to the pits, King B Remix need to find out as soon as possible how bad the damage is.
Bad. We broke it by just giving it too much throttle, basically. If it can't be fixed, then something very strange is going on, and I'm panicking when it all starts going to pieces. That's it. Thank you very much. We have clean snapped the chain with power. I whizzed up the power to maximum, and that's what happened. That's like 1.6 tons braking force on that chain.
Wow. That was a bit easy, wasn't it? Shame on them. Shouldn't have put an hole in my robot.
At the end of the first head-to-head, Dan Tom Kia take the lead with 3 points, with King B Remix on 0. Next up, it's Big Nipper versus TR2. Since their group battles, teams have been fixing and repairing damage.
There you go, mate.
TR2 have now sorted their weapon firing system and are feeling confident about the competition.
The best machine will win. Hope it's us.
After limited success with their spinning disc, Big Nipper have decided on a weapon change and will be using their crushing jaws in the next battle.
The jaws are better for lifting and crushing. They can lift the robots up. With a crushing power of about 3.5 to 4 ton. So they tend to pick up with the robots up. They can sustain a lot of damage, so base power with power.
Big Nipper make the daunting walk to the arena. If they can crush rivals TR2 and take the full 3 points, they'll go joint top of the league.
I'm Graham, we're from Lancashire, and our robot is Big Nipper. My day job is a toolmaker. My brother is an electronics engineer. My dad is a weaver. We liked the idea of a crusher, but we wanted to build something different. So we thought if it could pick the robots up, it'd be a good idea. We got all the materials from local scrapyard, mostly titanium. That's what you need to build a strong robot.
And they've got these for both sides of the disc as well. So you got 6 bolts.
Being a toolmaker has helped a huge amount for building the robot because I know how to use the machines. I can use CNC machines and lathes and sparky rollers. Without that experience, I would have never been able to build the robot as it is. The strategy that we have in the arena is go full speed and attack, attack, attack.
TR2 may have the youngest driver in the head-to-heads, but he's proving himself to be as good as any we have in the competition.
I'm Alex from Newcastle and my robot is TR2. Robots in rugby they're my two main hobbies, definitely. I couldn't split them. I really couldn't split them. I'm the captain of Team TR2 and also the driver. My dad is the engineer and builder, and my mum supplies the tea. We just started going to live events until we got into building robots, and there we were. I was just fascinated by it. You know, being a geek, it sort of really intrigued me and inspired me to want to have a go at that myself. I'm not worried about anything going wrong on the robot. It's tested over 3 years, 50 fights a year. We know it works. If anything's going to go wrong, it's going to be Dad's welding.
With a place in the final at stake, over to you, Jonathan.
So prepare for punishment. Head-to-head 2, Big Nipper against TR2, 1 ton of flip against 4 tons of crush. The house robots are Dead Metal and Matilda.
Roboteers, stand by.
No flipper in the first fight for TR2. No one in charge, apparently, for Big Nipper. Here we go. TR2 coming in from the right, trying to get away there from the clutching, ripping claws of Big Nipper, and getting in underneath and ready to flip. Big Nipper, and over goes 110 kilos, the heaviest machine in this heat of Robot Wars, simply tossed up into the air as Matilda watches on. And again, Big Nipper is thrown by TR2. They've repaired the CO2 supply. Have they got enough of it to keep up this punishing pace in the Robot Wars arena? Big Nipper into the clutches of Dead Metal, and down comes a circular saw onto that armament between 7 and 10 millimeters of grade 5 titanium in that armament, and they've survived to make this a good battle. But TR2 on the offensive, good steering there by Big Nipper getting away and trying to draw them into the CPZ, but TR2 having none of that. And the last moments of this, the Big Nipper are sure to go now! And down they go, and in the end they made it easy for TR2. T for 2. A cream tea, it was that easy in the end for TR2. But certainly TR2, the better machine, getting in underneath Big Nipper there with the slam into the side walls. Imagine the damage caused perhaps to the drive system. I wonder if it was fully working there as they got so near the pit. It made it an easy task for TR2 to simply shove them home.
The weapons seem to be lacking a bit in power, but that could be because it's so cold today. But it did work in the first fight, so anything's an improvement, and we're happy.
This is one of the points where we saw the house robots really get into it. So Dead Metal really caused some damage.
Dead Metal saws come down and just scratched all the way out here. For some reason, we didn't have enough power, so we need to look at that. But I think what we'll do is put the other weapon on.
Dan, Tom, Kia and TR2 are both on 3 points, with King Bee Remix and Big Nipper yet to score, leaving this competition wide open.
I'm here with one of our judges, renowned mechanical engineer Dr. Lucy Rogers. We've been talking to Lucy about how accessible robotics is, and this is also true for animatronic robotics.
Indeed. Here's a replica of a 8-metre dinosaur that is a theme park down on the Isle of Wight. I can take this small one into a school, they can program it on their desk, and I can then take the card, put it in the main ones at the theme park, and they can control them.
And this is the kind of programming language that kids are being taught in schools these days, which you program it as a flowchart, so you can make very easy requests to make something very direct happen. So presumably this is incredibly encouraging. Kids love this. And what can you make it do?
Well, I've got it nodding and also wagging its tail, but I've also got a sensor, and it knows when its mouth's open and when its mouth's closed. So I can program it to roar
with its mouth open.
Fantastic. It's brilliant.
Really good. She. It's a she.
It's a she.
It's a she.
You can sex a dinosaur. You can sex a replica animatronic dinosaur.
Half of all dinosaurs were female.
I'll give you that. The odds are not quite in your favour, but I'll give you that.
Next to face each other in the head-to-heads, it's the top of the table clash between Dan Tom Kia and TR2. Dan Tom Kia make final adjustments to their robot in the knowledge that a victory here could put them through to the final.
Stopped about there, this comes down a bit more, so I think it's just catching on the side. So take this off, slide it down.
Sustained one tiny little bit of damage. Other than that, we're pretty much unscathed. We're ready to go the whole distance.
All they need to do is defeat the undefeated TR2.
Quietly confident now, but not cocky. That's the thing.
Got to remain composed.
Yeah, got to stay in the zone. Alex is doing well. He's driving well. We've got a chance now of getting through.
3 crucial points up for grabs here, which would propel either team into a strong position to make it through to the final. Over to you, Jonathan.
Dan Tom Kia versus TR2, 2 powerful flippers, precision and control. Will Willie count here? We're ready to go all the way, says Dan Tom Kia. We're quietly confident, say TR2. They very nearly got in under the side there of Dan Tom Kia, and again go for an assault on the side of that big mean yellow machine. Dan Tom Kia using the weaponry to self-right. And of course, one of the first ever self-righting Streamex systems we saw in Robot Wars, using the weaponry. And they've done it again well there. Slammed onto the arena wall, but bounce up they come again like Tigger. Oh! And Dan Tom Kia getting in underneath, very nearly flipped TR2 there. But he's flipped. This is a really good contest, isn't it? It's flipping fantastic for me. Over they go again. And now they come in for the kill, TR2, and I wonder what's happened there to Dan Tom Kia. That final flip, I think, immobilised them.
Yeah, we did.
They cannot move, it seems to me. Something's come loose. And TR2, the winners here. Yes! What damage sustained by Dan Tom Kia, I wonder. Titanic tussle here. Right from the start, they went almost head to head. There's the flip by the arena wall. The self-righting mechanism of Dan Tom Kia working there. But don't forget, they're draining themselves of power with each flip. TR2 on the offensive, and again, trying to get underneath the side, getting in behind. And that was the final flip.
What happened there? I have no idea.
Can you repair it, do you think, in time for your last battle? Because the last battle is vital. You have to win this last battle.
I'm sure it's normally something simple. Fingers crossed. You never know.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
TR2, congratulations. That's a fantastic victory. It really is. I mean, it was kind of an unusual maneuver at the end there because you knew he was done for, and then you just started backing your bum towards him in a very aggressive. You were basically flaring yourself at him like a baboon.
We've got the yellow and green axe on the back, so try to hit him with that.
You have a bum axe, of course, and then you wanted to just get him with the bum axe.
It's the first time we've been able to use the bum axe on anybody. So
killed by a bum axe. Yes.
When I first started, the robot didn't seem itself anyway, and it was like a slippery slope. It got worse and worse and worse, and then died. Which points to batteries, but I just really don't know at this moment. What do you do? What do you do? I've got just a tool to fix it.
Okay. Damn you! Damn you!
TR2 take a commanding lead with 6 points. Dan Tom Kia lose ground and stick on 3, whilst Big Nipper and King B Remix are still to score.
Next up, it's Big Nipper versus King Bee Remix. The two teams who have yet to score. You guys need 3 points to get through,
We
right?
desperately need 3 points, yes.
Are you confident?
Relatively mildly, not at all. It's one of those.
This is do or die.
Yeah, we're going for it.
Good luck.
With Big Nipper. Now, Big Nipper, you've changed your weapon a number of times, which is looking less like versatility and more like a lack of strength and a lack of belief in your rotating weapon, because you came out with a gripper, which was like a little pincer thing, and it didn't really get to grips with anything at all.
No, well, the lifter didn't work properly, so we couldn't lift them up.
You couldn't lift it up and you couldn't do anything with it. So you've changed now to what?
Yeah, our better weapon.
Your better weapon, which is your
one.
spinning wheel, which goes 4,000 RPM. What are you going to do to him?
He's going home in a bin bag.
He's going home in a bin bag. Okay. Going home in a bin bag. Write that in huge letters as you watch this battle. Big Nipper, get their bin bags ready.
King Bee Remix against Big Nipper. Big Nipper sporting their deadly spinning disc against the pushing power of King Bee Remix. Here we go. Home in a bin bag. You're going home in a bin bag, yeah? We'll wait and see. Good speed on the arena floor by both. Onto the floor. Oh, the floor spike and pin there. Momentarily, it seemed to me, King Bee Remix. We haven't seen anything really of that 20-kilo spinning disc. Get it started. Get it causing damage. This is what we want to see. And I think it is causing damage now. Yes, the spinning disc is working. And it's cutting through the front of King Bee Remix. They're into the corner there now. And I don't think they'll get out. Oh, look, oh, yes, look at the shards there of the armament coming away. Almighty power there. And the big spinning disc. And I think King Bee Remix have gone. They have done. They're spinning now. Spin to win. Big Nipper. Well done. Very good display. Good battle. There's the winner. Always going to be a question. Could they get the weaponry working? Wasn't working there as King Bee came on the attack. You just see it starting to spin. And once that spinning disc gets up to speed there, that's when the shards started to fly all over the arena floor, looked like dandruff. And that was the final blow. Brilliant stuff by Big Nipper. Well done.
What let us down is, as in Robot Wars always, the link came out. We got 2 links. We actually got the one we've got on the top, but we actually got a second link under there. But unfortunately, it
came out.
It came out. And that, what's that?
They really did want to do some damage to him, but his link came out before we got a chance to do the damage, really.
After the 4th head-to-head, TR2 are still leading with 6 points. Big Nipper joined Dan Tomke in 2nd place with 3 points, whilst the initially laid-back team from Portsmouth, King Bee Remix, have yet to score.
Next to face each other, it's top and bottom of the league, TR2 versus King Bee Remix.
King Bee next. 4-wheel drive. Not sure how much push he's got. So, don't open the pit until we know how much push he's got. Because if he can outpush us, he can pit us. Use the arena hazards if we can.
We'll take
TR2 is a great robot, but let's show we are too. Let's give them a real battle.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this machine can do better, and I think we should do better. We'll do our best.
King B Remix versus TR2 here. King B didn't fare well against the flipper of Dan Tom Kia. Will they have any success here? They have to win it. TR2 with that low ground clearance floor flipper will get in underneath whenever they can. And they're already onto the arena sidewall. TR2 can flip a 1-ton car, don't forget. And TR2, I think, the most impressive robot we've seen in this heat so far. And there goes another flip on King B Remix. Pointless in the competition so far, but still full of heart. Because I think TR2, oh, they were manoeuvring them towards the arena side gate and trying to get them out of the arena. Oh, they need to get out of the CPZ, down goes the pit. All TR2 needs to do is stay out of trouble, because King B Remix is a beaten robot. It's just a plaything to kill a lot. Oh no, surely not, no. Not the flame pit, please. That's cruel, that's horrible. I'll tell you what, we love it. Killalot, oh, are you allowed out, Killalot? Are you allowed out? Killalot, are you? I'm not going to argue, Killalot. That's it, get back, get back, get back. I'm certainly not one to argue with you. TR2, I wouldn't argue with that machine either. Very impressive over all the battles tonight, really, considering they have one or two problems. Oh, and down go King B Remix. But as soon as they got that flipper working, they have been devastated. King B Remix driving on. A little bit suicidal, that. But you've got a flipper with this power. And they can also use that axe when it comes into play. I haven't seen a lot of that. You won't see much more of King B Remix. And eventually, they went down the pit with TR2 coming in, almost like, come on, Matador, said the bull of King B Remix. And the Matador had the final say.
So what happened? You didn't turn something on?
No, actually, I thought.
So was that you?
Yeah, no, I did turn it on. I think I switched it off for a while. There's like a kill switch to make it safe. But as it turns out, now I've looked at it, I think actually it was the repair we had to quickly do last night.
Oh, and you see the robots that are out there now in the pits. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's incredible technology nowadays.
So King B buzz out of the competition after failing to score a single point. But TR2 head to the final on the back of a winning streak.
Whoever's got the best drive system and the best driver is going to do well. Now I think Alex is proving that he's got the skills to drive this machine well. We started off the new boys, we think we're now sort of holding our own. We're joining the big boys now.
TR2 scored the maximum 9 points, winning all of their battles. Dan Tom Kia and Big Nipper are in second place on 3 points and must now fight it out to see who will join TR2 in the final.
Big Nipper have now settled on a winning formula. They're sticking with their spinner weapon and are primed for their do-or-die battle.
Hopefully with the mild steel he's got, we should be able to get good grips. Hopefully we'll trash it.
Dan Tomkia are more than happy to up the ante for this key battle.
We're going to go for it, hell for leather. It's full on from now on. End of story.
For one of these teams, this will be the last long walk into the arena. One of them will be going through to the final. One of them will be going home. Over to you, Jonathan.
Thanks very much, Big Nipper, head to head with Dan Tom Kia now. The winner here will face TR2 in the heat final. The House Robots, the mighty Sir Killalot. And there's Dead Nipper. Oh, horrible.
3, 2, 1.
Dan Tom Kia against Big Nipper. And Dan Tom Kia slamming Big Nipper in on the arena side wall. Just there, looked to me as if the wheels getting up to speed, even though they were tossed onto the arena wall. 20 kilos of spinning disc that can reach 4,000 RPM. Kilolot has them slammed. Kilolot has them pinned. Kilolot has them pinched. Kilolot has them raised. He signals to the crowd. Will it be thumbs down from the crowd? They're now trying to get in, I think, behind Dan Tomkier, then come for a frontal assault. That's not the right way to do it, because Dan Tomkier can flip and push from there into the CPZ. They've got a very, very quickly Big Nipper, can get up to 20 miles an hour. Good speed and maneuverability, but again shoved back in to that horrible CPZ, where Sir Kilolot can end many a duel under Sir Kilolot there. Oh man, you're in a jam. You're stuck onto the arena wall, Sir Kilolot. Wham bam, you need to get out of that jam and have another attack on Dan Tomkier. The winner goes through to the heat final. Dan Tomkier well on top, getting in underneath the flip again. Look at the sheer power of that flipper robot out there. And of course it can spin so quickly at a rate of 500 RPM to come again and have another attack, and that's what they're doing on Big Nipper repeatedly here in what has been a terrific bang. Oh, big slam, massive slam, bang, smash, crash go the hopes and dreams. They're counting them down to a judge's decision. Brilliant skill to stay out of trouble by Big Nipper in the end. They're alive only just. Dan Tomkier, superb display. Well, the judges have to decide on control, damage and aggression. They're working over the facts and figures. Let's just give them a clue. Dan Tomkier very quick out of the traps to take on Big Nipper. There you can see the grinder of Big Nipper up to speed. Might have caused damage there. It did on the side. Was it superficial? The aggression was, I think, dominated by Dan Tomkier. Big Nipper just survived, but only just. For me, it's Dan Tomkier. I don't judge. Oh, but that big blow could be decisive. Oh, they look pensive. This could be closer than we thought, Dara. What do you make of it all?
Well, can I thank both of you? Well, it was an excellent bout. It really was. You, at one stage, I thought was delightful. You, picking some of your own size, went after Kilolot.
Yeah.
And he picked you up and carried you around like a ragdoll. It was impressive. It came to a judge's decision, and it was a unanimous decision that the team to compete in the final is Dan Tomkier. It was worth it just for that coordinated dance movement. Are you happy to play some TR2?
Well, yeah, we've got to face TR2 again. He's a difficult robot, but you know, we're treating every fight as our last fight now and just going hell for leather. What the hell?
So congratulations to Dan Tomkier and TR2 on making it through to tonight's final.
We ended up going too close to Sir Kilolot a lot of times. I think that made us lose, really.
Massively exciting fight. Dan Tomkier had a very clear strategy of pushing Big Nipper into the hands of the house robots. And this is the first time we actually saw Sir Kilolot come really alive. You could see the power, you could see him lift the robot up and throw it back in. Great fight.
So we have our finalists. It's the battle of the flippers. TR2 versus Dan Tomkier. Dan Tomkier being a powerhouse since the beginning of the tournament, taking a glitter bomb and overdozer in the group stages, and taking no prisoners in the head-to-head, first against King B Remix, and then putting Big Nipper well and truly in their place. The victory that confirmed their spot in the final.
The undefeated TR2 has become the robot to beat. After an issue with CO2 in their group battle, they fought weapon-free, relying purely on strength and driving skills. They also proved to be a tour de force in the head-to-heads when it came to shaming Big Nipper and King Bee Remix, claiming their rightful place in the final.
When they first met, it was a well-matched battle as the two powerful flippers went head-to-head. TR2 had Dan Tomkia on the ropes, but not for long, scooping the opposition time and time again before delivering the knockout blow. Both robots have fought tooth and nail to get here, so can TR2 continue their amazing unbroken run, or have Dan Tomkia held enough back to take the fight?
It's TR2 versus Dan Tomkia. Up for grabs is a place in the grand final.
Yes, get ready for some hot flipper-on-flipper action. For the last time tonight, it's over to Jonathan.
Thank you very much. Competing now in the final, TR2 and Dan Tomkia. The winner here will go through to the grand final with Dead Metal and Matilda in the CPZs, who will flip, flap, fly, or flop. If it's as good as the first battle between the two, this could be sensational. And TR2 straight on the aggressive. Down goes the pit. TR2 doing the pushing. Dan Tomkia, the heavier and quicker machine. But they do have that bundle. Ground clearance. And there's a hit from the floor flipper on TR2 as that caused damage. They nearly got pinned by Matilda. And her gruesome tusks in there. And the Matilda flywheel comes out and nearly soars into Dan Tomkia. And they stay out of that CPZ. Oh, this is a worthy battle. This is worthy of the grand final itself. And the winners go through to that grand final. And it's TR2 on the offensive. Again, getting in underneath Dan Tomkia. And every lift, every shove surely is causing damage. There's that horrible pink rear end of Matilda. But no one wants to see, even in their wildest dreams, I can tell you. And I've had a fair few about Robot Wars. What a battle this is. Flipper against flipper. Good controlling. Oh, that's a mighty bash by Matilda there. And Dan Tomkia get away again. Are they venting? Can we see gas being vented from Dan Tomkia? I wonder. Spinning wildly to try and get away from TR2. At 500 RPM that spin. TR2 might have got a bash from the floor flipper, but I'll tell you what, Dan Tomkia certainly did. And now I don't think there's enough power in Dan Tomkia to self-right. I wonder if we did see gases being vented. I wonder if that's the end of their power. And for all their tank, armour, grade steel armament, they're not going to withstand any pressure here. Cease call. Brilliant heat climb. Brilliant. Worthy winner for me, TR2. Terrific stuff. Shane Swan and Dan Tomkia, great competitors right from the start. Turned, flipped, back again, crashing down. TR2 not bothered, nearly got themselves into trouble there. Careless steering by TR2, but you can see the repeated flicks. And in the end, Dan Tomkia had to self-right once too often, I think. They tried to spin away Dan Tomkia, but there caught the floor flipper, and I think that was the ultimate damage.
Yes, giving up for Tia Top Dash, giving up for Tia. No, it's too late to trash talk. You've lost the battle.
It's a boring doorstop. Look at it. How did that work?
You can now suddenly start picking on them in a verbal battle. The robots is where we fight, my friend. Listen, what went wrong? What went wrong?
Matilda, really, I think.
Basically lost your weapon entirely there. There's huge holes and gashes all over poor old Dan Tomkia. Given us so much. One last time, give one more Brucey for good luck. Sweet.
Storming their way into the grand final. Make some noise for TR2! Oh, that was awesome. Flipper on flipper. This flipper got involved as well. Did it go the way you planned?
Yeah, following from the fight earlier on. Every fight's won by knockout so far, undefeated. Keep confident but not get cocky.
Okay, that's the plan. Wonderful. Give it up for TR2, please.
That's it for this week. From all of us here at Robot Wars, good night.
Now, whatever you're doing this summer, they've got a mix for it. Head to the Radio 1 website and turn it up loud. Now, you didn't think you needed one? A device for your finger to help stop paper cuts. Cutting edge new Dragon's Den follows next.